Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? It is Monday. It is 12 o'clock. Matt Johnson, MattJohnsonSells.com, here for episode number 12 of Car Confessions. This episode is about 7 steps to the car buying process, and this will be from the consumer side. We'll do a later one for the sales side, but I want to do a quick one for all of y'all out there for 7 steps of car buying process. Number 1 is going to be research. Research vehicles that you want to help narrow down car, truck, SUV. What features do you need? Do you want? And is there a safety rating that you are leaning towards on one vehicle over another? Like I said, which one will suit your needs? Once you narrow down the vehicle, time to figure out what type of budget or payment range that you're trying to stay within on this vehicle. And you may want to, in fact, do that first, and maybe that will allow you to help narrow down your vehicle. So if you're looking to afford a $400 a month payment, that would kind of open up on the new, even the used side of car, truck, SUV, whereas looking at a $200 payment, that's really going to narrow down used only, older vehicle, high miles. Of course, this with no money down, and most of the time it's going to be a car, not necessarily a truck. Number 2 in the process is trade-in. If you have one, of course. Some people don't have a trade-in, so this obviously wouldn't apply to you. There's a lot of car sites out there to get your appraisal. I know a lot of them are promoting that more and more. The standard ones that I'm sure everybody's aware of is Kelley Blue Book, Edmonds, and NADA. Most of the lenders out there use NADA because that's what like I said, the banks, the lenders use. That's what the dealerships use as well. And the biggest thing to keep in mind with any of these, whichever ones that you use or you feel is right for you, these are just guides. These aren't by any means a set in stone price. This is the end all be all one to use, or the price. On the consumer side, keep in mind that you can't type in your VIN unless you pay for it on a lot of these, and the features that you will select may already be included in that package or the trim level that you chose, and you're just adding them again. So it may give you a skewed price. Step number 3 is to locate a vehicle and schedule a test drive. Once the choices have been narrowed down as far as car, truck, SUV, to maybe 2-3 of them, you really want to schedule an appointment for the dealership or the salesperson, me, and get down there, do a look around on the vehicle, whether it's new, used, check the tires, the paint, scratches, dents, anything of that nature, and then do a test drive. Like I mentioned, you definitely want to schedule an appointment for this to make sure that the vehicle is still there, still available. Give the salesperson a heads up that you're coming. That way they can have the vehicle ready for you, and they can set aside that time to dedicate to you, and they're not trying to deal with two customers as they're both being there, because it's not fair to you. It's not fair to us as salespeople, because we can't dedicate that time to you alone. So we have to send you out on your own, or have another salesperson or a sales manager step in and kind of help us out. So really make sure that you schedule an appointment so that salesperson has time dedicated to you. Now, while you're on the test drive, questions you should be asking yourself in the back of your mind, or to your spouse, significant other, partner that is going to be involved in the sales process as well. Questions like, how does it handle and drive compared to what you're currently driving? If you're driving a car and you're test driving an SUV, does it drive more like a car? Does it drive more like a truck? Is the steering loose? Is it tighter? Is it better? Is there enough cargo for your family, your lifestyle, whatever you like to do, whether it's camping, hiking, vacationing, trips to the lake? Is there enough cargo for that? Another question that a lot of people forget to ask is, how long will they be keeping this? How long will you be keeping this vehicle? Is it going to be 3-4 years? Will it be 8 to 10 years? Can my family grow in this vehicle? Can this vehicle support our lifestyle? So those questions are great questions to keep in mind, to ask yourself as well as your significant other, your spouse. Step number 4 is the price. Most dealerships will have the price listed online. Some will have them in the vehicle, either hanging on the mirror or on the windshield itself. So you always want to get the sale price. Ask about any additional fees that may be included. And also, if you're looking at a pre-owned vehicle, ask about extended warranties. Are there extended warranties available? If so, what do they run? How long do they run? Do they go off of months or miles? So that you definitely want to keep in mind and make sure. I have a lot of people ask about price. And I understand price is very important to a lot of people, but not if you don't know what you're looking for or you don't have something narrowed down. That's why I tell everybody I help, everybody I assist, price is the easiest part of my job. That's easiest part. It's just, we have to take your selection from, here real wide, narrow down, funnel down to something specific and that falls within the payment range. Step number 5 is review the deal and finance. After test driving, you like the vehicle, it meets all the needs and the wants that you're looking for. Does the vehicle fall within the monthly payment range? And I say monthly payment range because most of the people do monthly payments. Very few people, although I've had them and they are out there, will just stroke a check and just write you check for the total amount. So that's why I threw in there the payment range. Do you feel that the dealership is giving you the fair market value on your trade? Do you have an idea of what the interest rate is, what the term is going to be? And keep all those in mind, as well as a very, very important factor is, how has the salesperson met your expectations? Have they met your expectations? Have they fallen short? Have they exceeded your expectations? Because that person is ultimately going to take care of you for the next few years during the life of that loan on that vehicle. So keep all of that in mind during the entire deal. And if everything looks good, looks agreeable, looks the way it should, time to finalize paperwork and get ready to meet the finance manager. So step number 6 is close the deal. Once everything is agreed upon and paperwork is finalized, it's time for that salesperson to introduce you to the finance manager and turn you over to do a little paperwork. Now, during that time, while you're doing this, the salesperson has their own agenda or their own things they need to do as far as a checklist during the close while you're with the business manager. So like I said, salesperson will take you over to the business manager, introduce you with the finance manager. Sit down, review all the paperwork, review everything, make sure all the numbers look like they should, that you agreed upon with the salesperson. Make sure those same numbers look the same as they should with the business manager, finance manager. Review all that, and if there's any questions that you have, now is the time to ask those questions. Now's the time to ask that business manager, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean for me? I mean, if you have any questions, please feel free to answer those. That is why the business manager is there. They're there to cover anything and everything that you are curious about and you want to know. Finally, step number 7 is take delivery of your vehicle. The salesperson, after you come out of the finance office, meet with the salesperson again. They will do one final tour around the vehicle as well as the inside. And this is where, they may go over some of the highlights that you asked about as far as safety, car seats, navigation, Sirius XM, as well as pair your phone to the vehicle if it's equipped. I know more and more vehicles have the Bluetooth capability and are really having people connect those for safety. And make sure they answer any questions that you have about the radio, the phone, the navigation, whatever it may be. Make sure you ask. And of course, they're there to help you any way they can. They don't just stop afterwards. So they're there to service you for as long as possible. And then afterwards, final step of taking delivery is enjoying your new vehicle. So I hope this helps everybody. I hope this gives you an idea of some things to look at, to narrow down as well. If you have any additional questions, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me, call me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Matt Johnson Sells. It's SELLS. Check out my website, mattjohnsonsells.com. Feel free to give me a call here at John North Ford or on my cell phone to schedule an appointment, see what we have. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoy this. I hope you are finding value in what I'm doing. And I can't wait to see y'all next week and next episode. Thank you guys again, and thanks for watching. Be safe.